Good morning, Rainmakers. It's Priyan here from Rainray Realty. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to the episode. And today I want to talk about something that's going on, which is going to completely change the way you think about energy, confidence, and communication. Have you ever noticed the difference between how you feel when you stand versus sitting down? Maybe not something that you sort of think about, especially if you're not in a sales job, or how music can instantly sort of shift your mood. Well, if I told you that when you move and the way you speak and what you listen to can completely transform the way you feel and think and perform, you'd be surprised. Maybe, maybe not, but it's true. In this episode, I'm going to show you how body movement, vocal energy, and music influence your mindset and how you can use them to take control of your everyday life, control your confidence and your success. So get ready because we're about to tap into the energy code. So, the power and posture of movement. The way you position your body affects the energy and confidence that you have. So, while standing and while speaking makes you sound stronger and more engaged, and using your hands while talking creates more enthusiasm and persuasion. Movements increase the blood flow, oxygen, and mental clarity, making you sharper. So, next time you're calling or making a pitch, stand up and move your hands. You'll feel the difference instantly. So, give you an example. I've been sitting down and doing all my podcasts because I'm a person who's naturally enthusiastic. I do use a lot of hand gestures. I do move around. I am a little bit of a spectator when it comes to that. But that's because when I get into something and I'm really passionate about something and the conversation is going on, I'll be like moving and talking and chatting away. But I've been doing my podcast sitting down because that's what I thought the norm was. So I'm going to take my seat away. As my friend said, why do you do it? You told me not to pitch while sitting, so I shouldn't be sitting either. So chair away, and you can see, and I can already feel the enthusiasm in me. You know, I've got goosebumps already just even talking about it. But you can see the difference now. My voice has got louder. Also, you can see that my lungs are now, you know, open. They're able to expand more. They're not contracted by sitting. I mean, when you see people singing normally, it's very rarely, unless they're playing the piano or doing some kind of ballad and they're looking for a rest, that they sit. All the time when people are singing, they stand. The reason why is the projection is better. You know, the tone of what you say and how you say it is greater. When you move your hands and when you sort of think on your feet, as they say, the reason is because everything is connected in your body, all the energy, all the molecules, the way you talk, the way you say things. And while you're moving, as I'm moving now, my hands and talking and stuff, I can feel the energy going up to into my brain. And I can actually, for example, feel my brain moving. You know, I can feel it get thing. Whereas when I'm seating, you know, my spine is contracted, voice is not able, my chest is not that, and you don't speak with intent. Whereas like when you're standing, you know, you speak with intent, you speak with energy, you speak with enthusiasm. So practice delivering a message seating versus standing. Now, I'm not telling you to stand 24/7 because in the first job that I used to do, it was telesales marketing, and we had a whole team of people, and we were allowed to do our research, which was called IMI, Intelligent Market Information. We were allowed to do our research in terms of getting the information of what we need, who we were going to pitch, and what seated. However, when it came to pitching, we had to stand. Why did we have to stand? Because you're not meeting anybody on the face to face, so they can't see your expressions and stuff. They're just listening to you. So if they're listening to you, it's so important that you stand. You have energy, you have enthusiasm, you have drive, and therefore that voice and that energy is transferred through the telephone line into your clients, into your prospective buyers, and even your friends and family. When you speak to your son, for example, on the phone, and your voice changes. Oh, hello, darling. How are you? How was football? Blah blah blah. You reduce your voice to not overpower them, and to get on their level. And then slowly, if they're a little upset, you'll then sort of bring them up. And it's the same thing with regards to a pitch and a conversation. You need to be able to control the conversation and the energy, use lows, use highs to get them into the right place. For example, Mr. So and so, how have you been doing? How was that house? Was it an amazing feeling to have a living room just the way you wanted? You create the enthusiasm. So therefore, you're creating the energy, asking him the question, as opposed to, hello, Mr. So and so, how are you? I was just wondering what you thought about that living room. You can tell the tone of the voice is different. So therefore, if you can get the energy up, you're then sort of in a way visualizing and getting them to go into that position of where they were in the living room and visualizing it, and that energy that they had, you're releasing it and tapping into it in order for them to realize that they liked it or didn't like it according to the way they were feeling. Of course, you're going to ask the question only if they did like it, because you remember that, as opposed to trying to work out whether they didn't or didn't or did. So standing up, pitching from now on, all my pitches on this podcast will be done standing up, Merrymakers. Point 3, the role of music and mantras in the energy management. Now, music to me is an instant mood changing tool you can use, which controls your mindset throughout the day. So different types of music create different types of energy. When you wake up, for example, you should have a little bit of slow music coming into the house, listening to it, just nice, beautiful, like birds singing. You know what I mean. And then as you start brushing your teeth and the lights come on and stuff, the music should start getting up a little bit louder, maybe to the extent where you're sort of like now singing away with your toothbrush and having a good time and stuff. So, you can see already, like I visualize it and I see that. And if I don't know music there, you're just going to then just have your thoughts going around your head. And depending on whether you're half asleep or you've been drinking the day before, you're then going to sort of like be like, oh, it's not going to be controlled by you in a control manner. It's going to be controlled by how you feel. So if you, for example, want to have a routine where you're waking up in the morning, you're enthusiastic, you're energetic, why not get a playlist together, which basically is set up by you, where every 10 minutes, 20 minutes away, depending on your time that you spend in the house. So therefore it's like slow music, singing at the bathtub. Then you come down, have your breakfast, you're skipping around now and everything. Kids are like, oh, mommy's a bit, or daddy's a bit like, oh, daddy, you've been drinking last night, have you? Well, no, son, I haven't. I wish I had, but I'm trying to cut down. The other thing, for example, is mantras. So you've got the music now going on. You come out of your house and you're having a fantastic time. You're going to get in your car now. So you're going to get in your car or you're going to get on the tube. So what are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the radio, which is, again, going to control the way you talk and the way you feel? So you're now like at a really good starting point here. You're feeling energetic, you're feeling good. And now you're going to sort of let the radio control how you feel. Is it going to be good news? Is it going to be bad news? How's the radio commentator feeling? He may be having a bad day. Now he's going to bring you down as well. So don't let that get in the way. Have your music. Have a playlist. Have even mantras. Now, for example, if you listen to a mantra all the time and you have it written up, I am going to be successful. I am going to be the best person I am. I am going to be the best dad I am. And you say that continuously all the time. I am going to be the best. I am going to be the #1 agent in the world. I am. Now, if you say it the other way around, I am going to kill myself. I am going to kill myself. I am going to kill myself. You can see how, if you keeps going on in a song or in a mantra, how that voice of saying, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. Yes, it's an extreme example, but you can see how that can affect you. Even when you say it, it sort of like makes you contract and stuff. But if it keeps saying it, keeps saying it, keeps saying it, keeps saying it, it goes into your DNA. So another point to make, going off topic a tiny bit, is always hang around with people that are motivating you, give you energy, and are a source of like enthusiasm and positiveness. Because otherwise, if you hang around people who are down and moody, you are naturally going to be down and moody as well. I think there was a statistic I read the other day that if you actually hang around people who are not obese but overweight, if it's your first network of circles, that is an 80% chance or something like that where you will also be obese. And even if their friends were overweight, there was a 25% chance that you would overweight. Why? Because you're looking at what you have in front of you. And even though you may not think that you are being influenced, you are being influenced by people you hang around, not only from a mood point of view and energy point of view, but also from a physical point of view. So again, hang around people that are going to be positive. Create a playlist where you get energy, enthusiasm in the evening. Make sure you sort of listen to stuff that is going to be more calming on the soul and put you into a state of alpha so that you can sleep. That will take you a long way in terms of understanding how to get that energy, enthusiasm going. So, practical ways to apply this to your daily life. Start your morning with movement and music to set the energy for the day. Listen to motivational audio in terms of communicating to your prime mindset so that therefore you're programming yourself to be positive, energetic, enthusiastic. Before an important conversation, stand up, breathe, use your hands, and your sound will feel more powerful. Visualize the conversation, and every conversation that you have, ask yourself, every meeting that you have, ask yourself, what am I looking to achieve from this call? When I pick up the phone as a real estate agent and it was coming into me, it doesn't come into me now from Dubai as much because I've not been doing the practice. But in the UK, when I used to pick up the phone, my thought process was, I want to sell this person a home. I want to find this person a home, actually, not sell, find. I want to find this person a home. So my ulterior motive from the moment I picked up that phone, even if it was Janitor Joe, my thing was, oh, I want to find this person a home. Oh, sorry, Joe, it's you. No, you don't need a home. Sorry. See you later. But go back to the mindset. But jokes aside, every time I pick up the phone, I want to find you a home. So therefore, if you have that mindset in place and visualize it, it helps. Use music strategically. High energy in the morning, focus beats for deep work when you're working out or when you're working, and calming tones in the afternoon, in the evening. All right, so today, that's it for today. If you ever feel like your energy is off and you're not communicating with full confidence, then it's all about the movement, right? So voice, music. So here's a challenge for you guys. Try standing when you speak, move your hands, play the right music, and use your voice with power. And notice how the energy shifts. You can see my podcast today is far better in terms of maybe not the delivery, in terms of the content or, the fluffing of me talking too much, as per usual, as my wife would say. But just in terms of the enthusiasm and energy, I feel it myself. So if you found the episode interesting and valuable, please share it with other people. Please join and subscribe if you haven't. It really will help me out. I'm just starting this journey as a lonely rainmaker myself, and I'd really appreciate any feedback as well in the comments. So keep your energy high, your mindset sharp, and your voice powerful. Take care, rainmakers. See you tomorrow.